Hello friends and family, welcome back to Netcode-Hub channel. In this lesson, we are going to talk about maps in .NET Maui. So when you want to create your application, that is a mobile or desktop app, and you want to use map in it, how are you going to do it? So in this video, we are going to cover some basics of map in Maui. Now, when we talk about maps, there are two ways of displaying map in Maui or mobile application, specifically Android. You can call a map installed from the application, or you can use your own map. In this video, we are going to talk about the two ways of using map in Maui. So the first one is we are going to create a button. Now, when we click on this button, we want to access our location and display it on the map. So that is what you want to do first. The second part here, we are going to use the map, open the map on the same page and the same application. So the app that we have created and installed, we are going to open the map on the same map. But the first one, we're going to open the map that is installed on the platform. Okay, so let's have a look with the first one. Now let's add a button so we can click to get or to open map and get our location. So I've created a project here and I run it, and you can see I have the default one. As you can see, that's my main page. I have nothing here. So let's add button to this, and I'm going to say, so show my location. So save this, and let's see. So we have this button here. So let's put this to center, and let's set this to center as well. Let's set the width 250. Okay, so we have this, and let's set this as okay. So show my location. So we are going to click on this button. Now, if I click on this button, it has to open the map installed and display our location. So in doing so, what is the first thing that we need to do? Let's install some packages. Let's install this community2kit.mvvm, because you want to use the MVVM, that is the model view model architecture, to do that. So let's go to Explorer, right click on dependencies, and I'll go to manage NuGet packages. So let me close this up. Let's do it again. And now I think I've installed this project or this package already. So click on the browse tab, and now in here, type in community2kit. So community2kit.mvvm. So that is this. So 2kit.mvvm. So you want to install this. So let's see if we have it installed. Now, if I go to my platform, Android, and I go to, so that is dependencies, Android, and go to packages, and you can see that is this one, community2kit.mvvm. That is what we want to install. So let's see. So community2kit. Okay, so try to install that, and I think I've installed it over here already. So click on the browse tab and now install this package. Let's see. So when you are done, the next thing that you can do here is very simple. Let's go to the Maui program, and you can see here we have nothing. We have this, the default one, so there's no registration. We're not going to register the package that we have installed. What we can do here is we are going to open the button. So let's create a view model. So in our package over here, that is Solution Explorer. Let's create a folder called View Model. So let's add folder here and ask View Model. So this View Model, let's add a class or a model. And since this class or this model is going to relate to this main page, I'll say this main page view model. Now this is going to be a public partial class, and this is going to inherit from observable objects. So observable objects. So let's generate constructor for this. And now we want to use, so first of all, let's check if we are connected to internet. So if you are connected to internet, then we are going to open the map. Okay. So in doing so, let's first grab high connectivity. So we can use this, or we can actually go in straight for that. So once we have this here, let's say, let's create a method, and now that's going to be public async task, and let's say open map. Okay, or check location. Then on top of this, let's add relay command. So within this, first let's check. So we can use if. So connectivity. So let's use connectivity.current. So .network access is not equal to network access .internet. So here we are checking. Then we want to display, so await shell.current. So let's display an alert. So we say oops. So let's say you need internet connection for this. Okay, then we can just return. That's all. Now else, this is what you want to do. We are going to open map, so we can say await. And before we open map, let's inject imap here. Then we say map, so control period, let's create an assign field. So we're going to say await this map dot, then open async. So with this open async, we need to get the latitude and also the longitude, okay, to display this. So we have to first grab the location of the user. How do you detect the location of the user? So let's first go to the Android, go to platforms folder, then Android, and we go to Android manifest.xml. So this, right click and open with, and let's choose XML text editor. Click on OK, and you have this open. So you see that from here we have access to network, and you have access to internet. That's the permission. Let's grab this and get access to location as well. So let's copy this and let's paste this. Let's paste 2, and here we are going to clear this. So dot access. So we're going to have access underscore. We have Android.permission.access underscore and pause So underscore location. Then the next one, we are going to let this dot access. So underscore find, then location. So we need to grab these permissions from the phone before we can have access to this location. Now let's save this. Let's go back to our page. Now in here, we first have to open or get our location first. So let's create a variable. Now let's say this is get. So let's use get current location. So we say var location, and we say is equal to. So await, and here let's also include this. Let's inject our geolocation as an interface so we can have access to your location. So we say add geolocation, then we say location. Let's create an assigned field. So we say await geolocation, so we say await geolocation. So let's call this and that is this one. So let's call this, because we've injected this and now we can actually go in for this location. So geolocation. So you want to use this. It is saying this does not exist. So let's see the reason why. So we have partial. Okay, so this might be right off, and it might be here. Okay. So await geolocation dot let's get last known location async. So let's get this. So we get the last location, and now we're going to check. So if location is now, then this is what you want to do. So we want to grab location. So location is equal to, we can now call await geolocation, then dot get location async. Then in here, in this get location, we can now go for new geolocation request. You see, now this request, there are some few things that you need to get, and the first one is you have desired accuracy. We want to set this equal to geolocation accuracy. So we can go for the best. Then we can go for timeout. So timeout is equal to, let's say this is time span dot. So from, let's make it from seconds, and how many? Let's add 30 seconds. So that's the time span to get location. Then let's get request full accuracy is equal to true. Okay. Now in here, after grabbing this location, we can come here and check. So as at now, if location is still now, then this is what you want to display. Let's display an information to the user that you couldn't get the location. So let's open this and let's cut this one and put it here. So we say, oops, sorry. So we couldn't we couldn't get your location. Length here. Okay, so need, let's correct it. We couldn't get your location. Then we can return. Okay, but if this location is not equal to now, then let's say we have the location now, then what can we do? Then we want to open, so then open map and use the location, so values. So we have the location, and now in here, so we're going to await open map. So we open map over here, and what are the few things that we need to specify? So let's see, let's close this, open map, and let's specify the first one. If I close this and open this like this, we see we have location, it is overloaded. So let's see, we can also have a place mark, we can have latitude and longitude. So this is what we want to specify. Okay, so we can get this from location dot, we can have latitude, and we can have location dot, we can also grab longitude from this. Then let's launch new map, launch options, and on this launch options, this is what we have to do. Let's set the name. So the name here is going to be my location, or my current location, my current location. Then let's say navigation mode is equal to navigation mode dot none, because here we are not going to drive. If you want to drive to that place, you can use bicycle.driving.transit, etc. We're going to use none. Okay, that is this. Now let's save this and let's run this in application. So let's run this and see. But what we have to do here is we have to register this before we run it. So let's go to the Maui program.cs and we need to register that. So Maui program.cs, let's register this unit here. So I'm going to say that builder.services, and with this we are going to add singleton. Let's use the interface to connectivity, then in here we say that connectivity.current. So that is what you want to use. So let's close this like this. Okay, now let's also register the map.services.add singleton. So .add singleton. Then this is going to be imap. And now we say that map.default. The last one is the geolocation. So let's say builder.services. Why is it not popping up? Because I'm running. Yeah. So builder.services.add singleton. The reason why we are adding singleton here is we want to create it once for the whole application. So once. And let's add the geolocation. So singleton geolocation. Then here too we say geolocation.default. So we say geolocation. Let's get it again. Geolocation.default. Okay. These are the things I need to do. Now, this view model that we have created now, let's grab this, let's bind it to the context of this main page. So we go to this main page where we have this the code behind file. Let's inject it here. Then we say binding context. Binding context is equal to this model. So control period, let's inject the reference. Let's make it over here. Now we have this. Let's go to the page itself and let's add the reference, the namespace, and also a data type. So XLMS, XML namespace. Let's say this view model. Then we say that namespace. And now this namespace, the name of the app is demo.viewModel. Let's add a data type, so X data type. Then we say we call this view model that we have created, and then we can grab this main page. So this in that main page, you have a button over there. So let's add this command and let's bind this command to check location command. Very simple. Now let's refresh this. And we're going to check first that are we connected to internet? If no, we're going to have a pop-up. Okay. Then if not, we're going to have the next thing to display. If you have connected, then let's see. So in here, when we go to this main page view model, we can also inject this I connectivity. So it is saying no parameters constructor defined. So let's close this up. Let's do it again. So we can also say that I connectivity, then connectivity control period, create and assign field. So we have this connectivity. Okay. Now with this connectivity, you know this map, we are using the map here. So this map must be the reference that we created. This map, that's what we're referring to. Okay. Now this connectivity, we can also check this here. So let's say, so if connectivity dot network access, here it is equal to internet, and let's say it is not equal to internet. Okay. We can also grab the same thing and display, and it's still going to work. So there are two ways of grabbing or checking the internet. If you see, we are using the interface here and getting a method known as network access. Okay, and that is what we are checking. So we grab the interface, and there's a network access as a method in it, in this interface, and that's how we are using to check. So any of these is going to work. Now let's see. So we save this, we have our constructor created, our interfaces injected, utilize or initialize them, and we are using them. When we go to our main page here, we bind the context. So let's grab this, might be the next. Okay, so let's save this. Now let's run this again and see what we have now. Okay, so we have an exception here, and no parameters constructor defined in this main page. Now, when we navigate to this main page, you will see it doesn't know of this because this has not been registered. So let's go to this Maui program.cs, and in here, let's add builder.services.add singleton. Now here, let's register this main page. So main page view model. Then the next one, let's register the main page itself, and we say main page. This will solve the problem. So let's refresh this. So with here, once our app launches, let's see what we can do. When we click on this button, we are first going to check is our device connected to internet. If it is yes, then we're going to open the map. Okay, so click on this. Now show my location. If I click on this button, let's see the outcome. Now it is saying that allow demo this app to access the location. So do you want the approximate one or the precise one? So let's go for this precise one when using this app. Okay, so let's see. Now it's going to open our map and it's going to check for our location. So let's see if, so you can see my current location, and that is where I am now. So it is navigating to the Android place. We see we have this, that's my current location. So you can see this pin here. So that's my current location. Now you can see it has opened a different map. It has opened the map installed or the map app. Now this our application. If I click on this button, you can see that this our application. So as soon as you click on this, then it has to open this map, and now grab your current location over here, and that is the current location. So you can see the name is my current location. So actually when we go to our view model, the name that we set was, okay, so my current location. Okay, and that is what we have now. So we see we can get allocation. Now you can decide to also open this in the Windows. Let's try that and see. So now let's turn our data off and see. So let's check. Let's switch off our internet from here. And now let's open the map. Let's go back to our application. And let's try to click on this button again to see. So it's saying that we need an internet connection to do this. Okay. Now click on OK. So now we have this less of this, and let's change this to Windows 2 and see if it's going to work. Now let's run it on Windows and see. So now on Windows, let's click on this show my location. So I'll click on this show my location, and I'm just going to open this map, and now it's going to navigate to my current location. So let's see. So let's see where I am. Let's click on it again. So you can see it is navigating to my location, and it is saying that my current location, and that is where it is pointing up to. So you can see I am getting the current location, and it is pointing to where I am now. Okay. So it's loading the map, and I'm pointing to my current location. You see, so that is where I am now. You see, good. So it is saying it is 7th Avenue, so that's in Accra, and that's the current location. So if I want to move to that location, let's say the location that I am getting up to, you can just click on directions and you can navigate. because when certain updates we set up as the navigation to be none, as you can see from here. But here, if this is car or if this is driving, then we can click on this button. Then we can now get a direction, and it's going to get us a road or a path to the location that we are getting. So you see, this is also working now. Since I'm connected to internet, let's say I am off from internet. Now open the app again. Now show my location, and it's saying that you need internet connection for this. So we see this also working both Android and on Windows. Yeah. Now this is the first one. Now what is the next one? If I want to open this, I want to open this map on this application, and I want to open the same map here, the map that we opened from this. We want to open this map from or within our application. How are you going to do it? I'm going to create the next video to explain how to do that. So I believe this is clear, and also it's very simple to integrate it as well. That is it for this video. If you like what I'm doing, you can just subscribe to the channel. Also, give me thumbs up also as well. If you have any issue too, you can just put it at the comment section. That is it. Thank you. Take care of yourself, and I will meet you up in the next lesson.